G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. This one is going to be a cracker. The next few episodes are going to be amazing. We are at the northernmost tip of Australia, at the northernmost tip of Cape York. Now we're heading up here to spend time with an Aboriginal tribe who has called this place home, walked this country, survived and thrived for thousands and thousands of years. Now this community is about a 13 to 14 hour drive from the closest city, which is Cairns. Now if you're not familiar with Australia, Cairns is already in far north Queensland. Then you've got to hit these dirt tracks and drive 13 to 14 hours on these rough dirt tracks through one of the harshest landscapes on earth to get right up here to the tip. Oh, I love this stuff. Geez, I miss living here and this time of year.
Ready, brother?
Ready. We're up here with the locals. Today we're out with a fella named Henry and another fella Steve, and we're chasing whatever they want to chase. Basically they've invited me along to come get some food. I think they're going to put the nets out in a river mouth. They're actually at the moment looking for turtle eggs, so we'll have a chat about that with them soon, and then go and barra fishing hopefully, and possibly heading out to an island. But this southeast wind is really pumping in right now, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm losing them. That's them up there in the distance, so let's turn around, chase them, and get on with this adventure. Oh yeah, yeah. Henry, meet everyone on YouTube. This is Henry.
All right, we're gonna get some turtle egg here. We can find a couple of fresh tracks up here.
So that's what you're doing, following the coastline looking for tracks?
When we see the tracks like this, there's pretty turtle coming up and laying a couple of eggs here. Probably 50 or so.
Right up around there.
Yeah, it's gonna make a bit of track just to make you confused where he lays the eggs.
And the track goes right up there too. That looks fresh, hey?
Hey, he's up there. And we go, we try him, look at. He's up here. Someone dug that bottle. No, nobody dug it, but that's a fresh one. Oh, he got footmarks here. I reckon that someone's dug it up. That's a hollow there. Wow, that's the big hole there, look.
Okay.
So we come back, step the net and go for a couple of flips there.
Okay. That was a little croc. Took off pretty quick too, eh? Alright, I'm gonna anchor up here. Leave my boat here, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my boat here because it's pretty wild and windy around the other side. And I'll jump in the big hooker with the boys. Perfect island boat, eh?
Oh, you'll probably see plenty crocs when we come back this afternoon.
Alright, very good. Right, we're going to check a nest. Yeah, now this island is renowned for big crocodiles, so got to be bloody careful. So the boys are saying that that when they dig up these eggs, it doesn't matter how many are in there, they'll always leave, what, 5 or 6 or
about
between 6?
Yeah, 6 or more.
6 or more.
Just to try and help
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
As I said, the survival rate's bugger all.
Yeah. So that's just the sustainability practice that everyone's always carried out up here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we take what we need.
Yeah. So the other thing is, as you can imagine, when these turtles do hatch, they've got to get down there to the water. There's crocodiles lining the water just waiting for them. There's eagles and kites, everything up there in the sky waiting and swooping down and taking them. There's all sorts of things. So the survival rate isn't real high. So out of a nest, what did you say? Only a couple?
Yeah.
So out of a nest, only a couple will make it?
Yeah. Out of about 80, you probably get about 2 that'll survive to grow to maturity.
Wow.
Which is,
it's crazy,
and
hey?
that's without, you know, humans impacting them. That's just natural predators.
Yeah,
They've got it tough, the poor buggers.
And then will they come back to this exact site to lay their eggs?
Yeah, every year. And these ones can come from all the way up in the Torres Strait.
Wow.
Is that some Binalaya one? Could be this one or it could be that one. As soon as you go like that, you go on like with a
like wet, sticky.
Wow. Let's try and get. You like him, they look there? Wow. No. Yep, we got it in there. That's it. Yep, we got it in there, brother. You didn't look properly. Right hole. You didn't look right hole, eh? Come close, brother, you can see. I just smell him. Well, there we go.
You say you can smell them. Oh, look at that.
There you go. That's one of probably anywhere between 40 and 80.
Yeah. Well, they're soft, eh?
They are.
Wow.
Never put them in water. We put them in sand. When we take it back home, we put that bit of sand in the esky. Throw them in there.
Oh, yeah?
You never can rinse them in water.
Okay.
They go soft. They spoil. And when you boil them, as soon as you get the first boil, you turn it off.
Okay.
That's what you want. Look, brother.
I can't believe they're soft like that.
There we go, mate. Look in there. Look in the hole there.
Wow.
Turtle egg. There you go. In Crab Island. Come from that. Crab Island turtle egg. Pellet on the top there. Yep. Look how they stuck in there. Wow. This is the one I burst with the spear. Look.
Oh yeah.
They give you the sign by that.
Yeah. And you said you could smell them. Wow.
Maybe another try with rice or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Pop him back. He's not going to survive. Check him easy. Let them goanna and pigs come and get it. Have a little Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, there's 2 more things they want to eat them, eh? Goannas and bloody feral pigs.
Yeah, dingoes. See them goannas there, bro?
Yeah.
They grow pretty long, eh? From here to the stick.
Yeah, right.
They grow pretty big.
Do you remember the first time you did that? Do you remember the first time you did this?
Oh, when I was little, like pretty. We grew up doing this, like just going around and getting turtle eggs and set net and that.
With uncles and stuff?
Yeah, uncles, and they taught us pretty good. Like we're not originally from here, but like we know the place very well now from living here for that long. But yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, so tell us that is it your mum or your dad's from the islands or your grandparents?
Oh, my grandparents. Yeah, my dad's an islander and my mom's an Aboriginal and islander.
Okay.
We moved here and we ended up staying here. But it's a pretty beautiful country, but hey.
It's amazing.
Once you get to know it, eh?
Amazing. See all those islands though, mate. I want to get out to the islands now.
Oh, go do a bit of diving there.
Yeah.
Get a bit of diving and shit.
Alright, we're heading back to the mainland. Going to go up a river and set the nets. So I'll tell you guys about this place when we get up there. It's super windy out here. Hey? I'll just take my time cutting across here, I think. Actually, going with it should be alright. Yeah. All right, what's happening here? What's happening? Walk us through it.
Anything out here?
Big star picket.
Yeah, we're just gonna block this with the channel. Put the net across in the middle here.
Okay, so from those mangroves through to this sandbar.
Put this bank here.
And as that, as the tide comes out.
As the tide go up, they all locked up.
All right.
Probably get a couple of mullet and barra in there.
Sounds good.
Take.
And you're gonna do it with a boat? You're not gonna walk across there, are you?
Huh? Yeah.
You're gonna walk it?
Yep.
You're mad.
Yep. Calculated risk.
I'm pretty keen to get out of this wind and flick some lures. Chase some barra around. So if you're thinking to yourself that that's not right, you know, Aboriginal people these days have, and islanders, you know, they have boats and they have these nets that they can buy from the shop. Do some research, because Aboriginal people have been making nets, making fishing nets, making fish traps, eel traps, things like that, out of you know, bark and fibres from trees for literally thousands of years. Nets for birds, for ducks, all sorts of stuff. So yes, now these days they can go to the shop and buy it just like you and I can, or just like everyone can. Same with a boat, you know, you can go and buy fuel, you can buy a boat, as opposed to having a dugout. But that's the same as all of us, we all evolve. And these days they're able to buy nets rather than making it like they did in the old days. So it is still a form of traditional hunting, traditional practice. It'd be nice to get a mud crab, wouldn't it? So I'll tell you about that island too. That island we were just at is a place that I've wanted to go for years. I heard a story years ago about this island at the tip of Cape York where they tracked a crocodile. They tagged and then tracked this crocodile, and it swam from Arnhem Land, way on the other side of the Gulf, on the west coast of the Gulf, Carpentaria, and it swam all the way around the base of the Gulf and up, you know, up the Gulf past Normanton, Corumba, Weipa, all of that, right up to this island. And it comes every year. Well, all the crocodiles do, but they tag this one crocodile. So there's a certain time of year when the turtles are hatching, the crocodiles somehow know, for thousands of years they've evolved with turtles, and it's in their DNA. I don't ask me how, I don't know, but they do know to come here to that island at a certain time of year. They park themselves up on the beach there and they just wait for these turtles to come past, these little hatchlings, and they just knock them off one at a time. So it's an easy feed for them. Same with the sea eagles, the white-breasted sea eagles. Everything knows that these little hatchlings, these little turtles are vulnerable, and that's a practice. Same with the Aboriginal people. They've been doing that for thousands of years as well, paddling over there in their dugouts and digging up the turtle eggs, just like we just saw the boys do just then. They're bloody mad, they're halfway across, look at this. Now I've got to remind you guys that we're in far northern Queensland where there are huge saltwater crocodiles. We've already seen two in the last, well, since yesterday, and we haven't even been looking. I know there's big crocodiles in here. These boys are bloody mad. I'm not going out there. Not even halfway. And put a star picket out so the fish can still get around this net. It's not trapping literally everything that's in here. So if there were turtles or, you know, stingray, whatever, can still get out. But they're going to catch their feed, mullet, barramundi, things like that. They're still going to get a feed, but it's not like, you know, raping and pillaging. Yep. Fish on. Little barra? Yeah. Look like barra. Every cast in there in that spot, he hit it, eh? You saw that?
Yeah. Yeah, finally nailed him. Here we go. Let me hold it. There you go there, brother.
He's only a little fella, but he's pulling hard.
Oh, they do, eh? I can see him from here. Brother, the barra.
Oh, he's not that bad. Oh, it's a cod.
Oh, it's a cod.
No,
oh, it's even better. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, and caught in a barra. You got both in it, eh?
No,
oh, shit.
Hey, that's why it feels so weird. Look at that.
And oh, the cod just came out.
I caught the barra and the cod ate it.
Wow, the cod just took it, eh?
Oh,
that's crazy, alright?
Alright, you seen that? They just seen that big cod, eh?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cool. That's a good cod too.
Wow,
look at him, he's been
oh yeah, look,
by that
look how big your mouth. Yeah. Oh, that would be danger, eh? Having a cod up with the barra.
That's what.
That's brilliant.
Look at that, he's got the marks all over him and scaled by that cod. Would have been good to get that cod in the boat, eh?
Oh, man, you
He was going, I already had him on the fire tonight.
Oh mate, it's your lucky day.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, fish on. This fella done muck around.
Another mate barra.
Another little barra, eh?
Yeah.
I was going to say, he's not the same fella.
They're all about that same size, aren't they?
Yeah. No, he's still got all his scales on him.
No, I just wanted to give him a no mark.
Another little barra.
Oh, there we go.
Are there any big ones in here? Hopefully.
That's a pretty big blue, eh?
More of them there if you want to try one.
Oh, he's,
A little bit bigger.
he's on again.
He's on again.
This fella.
Oh!
You got one. You got a bite.
Oh, the tiger, that's the big blue. Look at still.
Oh.
I'm fishing a rod, so I don't know how the feeling.
Doesn't feel.
Oh, that's a good size one.
Doesn't feel like a barra.
Can you see it too? Oh,
I can't see him yet. A little bit dirty. I can see a bit of colour there. Give me a full spoon.
oh yeah, that's a barra. Oh, that's a big enough size, eh? That's a good big
Trevor.
size there.
Oh,
White
nice trevally, eh?
belly, little belly.
There you go. Hey, that's not bad for a supper.
Yeah, you want to keep him?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
That's lovely.
How good's that? 15 minutes
Yeah.
and you got a good feed.
2 barra, a cod. Oh,
Oh, I thought you were on too.
don't get ahead of yourself, Henry.
get the hang of it.
Have a go. That's a nice little Trevor for a brackish water.
You want to keep him, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll cook him up tonight.
So, mate, you go in the fish bucket.
Look at that,
buddy.
lovely.
Show me how you crack them. You use an anchor to upskirt.
Yeah, we got a swing.
Oh, he's on again.
A little backer.
Is that a
Hey, where's that
little
cod?
mangrove jack? Yeah, mangrove jack.
Nah, is it? No, it's a.
Yep.
Hey,
It is.
it is.
Yep, it is.
Little
Look
jack.
at you. That's a lovely little fish. Hey,
Little
that's
jack.
It's a cracking little jack.
Now I can't keep him.
No, he's a bit undersized, unfortunately.
So he'd be tasty though, eh?
He would be.
The smallest.
Be nice and sweet.
Yep.
The smallest sort of taste.
Anyway, next year.
Oh!
Oh, Henry, he's on.
Oh, the roddy broke.
Oh, you got the big one.
Hand line, Bala, hand line. One he got.
Oh, mangrove dog.
Oh, it's a good one. Oh, it's a finger mark.
That's a finger mark. That's a nice little finger mark.
Yeah. Is it broken?
Wow.
What happened? Oh, the handle come off.
Pretty rusty. I was like,
Yeah, we fuck. The board on top there. Yep, fish out there. You see it is setting the net. Couple of fishes in there. We got a big mullet in there.
And
Oh,
a
we got a
crab.
big crab. Hey, he's a good mud crab, that bugger.
Oh,
Hey, look at that. There's dinner tonight, brother.
big claws for a little crab.
Bit of crab, bit of mullet.
Awesome.
Another one.
Oh, we got another crab. Yes.
Jeez, they got orange claws. Oh, yeah, buddy. Awesome.
Yeah, we got a big mullet here. Pinfish, catfish. We got a barra. We are in Croc Country, Jordan River, Haypiok, Bamiga. Why not? The brother on the boat there. Looking pretty cool, eh? Having fun. A couple of locals on the other side there. Doing the same thing as we're doing. Looking for crabs and setting a bit of net.
There we go, brother.
Off a barra, eh?
Barramundi.
Off a
Took
net.
longer to come out of the net than it did to go in. We're at Jordan River.
The boys taking out a couple of fishes, a couple of queenie, a couple of mullet, a couple of barra.
Hey, crocodiles in here, eh?
Nah,
Yeah, plenty crocs, but they not here.
no, they told them to go away.
Yeah,
We're filming here.
but that's part of our tradition. Like when we come out, we don't think about them stuff.
Okay.
But when we don't think about it, they don't come.
Okay. Shut up, mate.
Yep.
Living spot on. He's only just holding in by his mouth, this bugger. So,
Boys were just saying that you don't leave these nets unattended. Like we took off for 45 minutes tops and come back and it's loaded with fish and that's enough, you know, rather than leaving it for hours or even overnight and crocs get stuck and sharks, everything. Yeah, okay. Ah, nice one.
So what a barra, eh?
Yeah. Hey, we need a bigger bucket.
I think you need to get back up there.
Holy dude.
Like right, the last fish there, we go back up, eh? So we got a bucket of fish here, so like, we don't keep it all, we just take it back to the community and give it back to the old people.
So everyone that taught you how to do this, they can't do it anymore.
Yeah, they can't do it anymore because they get pretty old now.
Yeah,
So we just go back and give back to the community.
that's so cool. So cool, so nothing goes to waste.
Wow, nothing goes to waste.
Yeah,
That's part of life, eh?
yeah. It is.
You make sure you eat everything up.
It's so different to like, I've said before, like all the rivers I've fished in the Gulf.
what'd you lose, Barra?
Just lost a barra. No, no.
Lucky I'm in the middle
The
of
bucket's too full. Yeah, I've fished the Gulf heaps where, and I come in sometimes after the netters and it's just empty. You know, they've just cleaned it out, the pros. And I'm kind of against that because it just goes to the fish and chip shops or down to Sydney or something. But seeing these nets, it goes back to the community and it's not for greed, it's not for profit.
That's it. Boy.
Yeah, it's so different.
we don't sell fish.
No.
But we don't sell them.
The next time you go out, you'll get bad luck.
Yeah, that's it, eh? What we've caught, mud crab down there, another muddy here, big mullet, and then the boys have got, Henry's in there now getting the fish bucket right in there. I don't know, there's got to be 6 barramundi, maybe the same, and queenies, more mullet, all sorts, you know, and you know, I'm just sitting here waiting for the boys to come back over and thinking about it, that it's so different to when we go fishing, you know, like I want you guys, I know you're down the coast and you're probably looking at the netting thinking like, you know, why are you taking a full bucket of fish back? But you need to think about it from a different perspective. Well, this is what I do. Okay, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do, but I look at it like I'm up here deep in the communities and I see their life, right? I go to their shops and I see what the food's like, and to see them out here, they're not out here for fun, even though it is fun. They're not out here, like they're not doing this for fun. Like I go fishing for fun sometimes, right? Like the whole catch and release. Like I just love hunting barramundi and letting them go. These boys are doing it for a feed, to take it back to town and feed everyone. Well, not everyone, but you know, most of the mob and most of the elderly who just can't do this anymore. So it's so different to see what they're doing compared to the reason that I do it. And then it kind of makes sense. And like I said, their people have been doing this for, you know, thousands of years, making nets and doing this. I draw the line where it's for greed, it's for profit, you know, and when you're raping and pillaging a system, like putting nets on every single river mouth and then leaving them and then coming back and doing that for 3 days in a row until there's nothing left in the system and then moving on. This is very different to me. You guys make your own opinion. I'm not here to teach you guys or to change your mind. I'm here to show you what is happening up here. Even though I'm not a part of it, I'm here to document this stuff and show you guys what's happening, and hopefully you guys can learn a bit from it, but not from me, from everyone else. All right, time to get out of this river mouth before we can't. That tide's dropping real quick. And if we get stuck in here, we gotta spend the night. I've done that plenty of times too, pushing the boat out of rivers. It is so sketchy. And that's the beauty of having this little tinny. But we're about to get pounded heading back up that coastline. And then that is the beauty of having the 5 metre glass hooker over there. I don't think there is a perfect boat, but if you guys know of one that does it all, let me know. That was lucky. That was lucky. Go on, third time lucky. Try again. You reckon? Yeah. Let him just go.
Oh, you should have taken it in.
Take what?
Take the camera in.
Well, they can take it. I'm going to wrap up the episode there. It's, what is it, 6:35 p.m. It's been a huge day, and it's been all action all day. We haven't really had a chance to stop and talk about this beautiful place that I'm in. I'm sorry, it's just we've been working against the tide all day. The tide's been running out all day, and then that strong wind, and just trying to get through all these things that the boys wanted to do was just a battle with that tide. So, and then pushing back this afternoon, we ended up running out of fuel. Well, I actually made it back to the ramp. Long story, but we ran out of fuel. It's rough as guts out here. Actually, it's nice tucked in here in the bay, but when you're trying to cut across these bays, it's really rough in this little tinny. And I'm using up heaps of fuel because I'm in and out of all these troughs. And I gave the boys my extra 20 litres of fuel before we left. I don't know what they're doing back there. I hope they haven't run out of fuel, because I'm nearly out. My tank is like basically empty, and there's actually a camp in here, and I think Henry knows them, so I'm wondering if we're better off going in there and asking for 10 litres of fuel, because we're pretty close to getting back, but I don't want to risk it. Anyway, that is a wrap for another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, seeing a bit of culture up here at the tip of Cape York, the very tip of Australia. This community here I've only been here now for the day, and it's just like, the more I'm interacting with people, the more people I'm meeting, the more I'm looking around at this beautiful landscape in these islands, the more I'm realising that I need more time here. So I don't know how long I'm going to stay, but I want to stay long enough to really experience it and really share with you guys exactly what's going on here, because it's truly beautiful. Such amazing people, and such an amazing life they're living up here. So let's go deep into the community and into the culture. I'm going to catch up with another fella in the morning for a coffee, and he knows a couple of older fellas who know a lot of the history about this place, the things that went on during that colonisation period, and all that. So we're going to talk about that, I don't know, at some stage over the next couple of episodes. And what we wanted to do tonight was have a cook up, so cook those turtle eggs and cook some of that fish, but it's getting dark, and we're all exhausted, sunburnt and buggered. The boys just walked around and handed out all that fish, which was really cool, to all the elders, and tomorrow night we're going to have a big cook up. So we're going to get the family together, or a couple of families, come down here onto the beach that you see behind me here, get a fire going, and cook up all that tucker, whatever we catch tomorrow as well. So the next episode is tomorrow. We might leave my tinny behind and just jump on a bigger boat tomorrow and head out, I don't know, towards the islands or something like that. So make sure you're here for the next episode, because I'm sure it'll be a cracker. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you are enjoying it. Make sure you like the episodes and comment below. Ask me any questions, anything you want to know about these communities that I go through, or if you've got questions for Henry, make sure you comment below, and I'll make sure Henry answers them. Yeah, thanks for watching. Stoked with what we're doing. Love this stuff. And I'm learning heaps along the way. I hope you guys are too. See you all next week for another episode. You.